We begin?
Yeah, we're
We
in
can-
routing phase right now.
Routing.
I
And then
guess.
we move VCs, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe.
So, are we live? Are we doing thing? What is planned for comms? Like, what are comms doing? Oh, okay. I don't see a screen share of anything. So... Well, we need to wait. Are we waiting for progress? Just gonna get a look at the board real quick. Okay. I did not enter as a spectator, that's my bad. Well... Okay, so... A quick refresher on how row control works. Basically... okay, wait, how do you guys do row control, actually? Is it... once you have the... you need to get the entire row, or... once you have the row that you have the... right to everything in it? Hey, Bagras.
Hello, hello.
Got
Okay.
it.
So row control is it's a lockout. Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting an echo on my side. Give me a second to figure out why. That's weird.
So it's lockout.
Okay, so it's yeah. Let me explain it real quick. So it's lockout. First to 3 squares in a row controls the row,
Got
and
it.
then it's first to 3 rows wins.
Okay. So if you have, it's 3 in that row, do you lose that one?
I'm sorry. What?
If you have a square taken in a row, and the opponent gets a 3 total in that row, do you lose that square?
Yes, it doesn't count for
Okay.
anything then. Yeah.
Got it. And so it's the person, the team who has the most rows, meaning it's a best 3 of 5.
Correct.
Okay. So, right now, it looks like they're just doing their planning. So quick refresher on how bingo itself works, if you haven't seen one before. Each player starts from a race file, which means they start at the paraglider area on plateau, and have minimal equipment. They all start at the same point, and basically the goal is to, well, pick goals and complete them as fast as possible. Our teams are Shadowhunter and Schwemp versus Ari and Vladisrau. Vladisrau. Currently have just under 3 minutes left for planning. Right, so each team gets 5 minutes to look at the board and plan out their moves and decide what they want to do and what goals they're going to go for and coordinate and all that. So, looks like
Is it
there's... Go for
Is it possible you have something feeding back into the channel? Because I'm getting an echo even when you're talking.
Are you looking at the stream?
I have the stream up, yes. I have the Discord stream up.
Did you mute it? Because that's what's giving you the echo. Right-click
Maybe.
on the stream and then hit mute.
There we go. You got it. Thank you. I
welcome.
didn't have to do that before.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep, that's great. I'll have to remember to do that next time. Cool. Thank you.
Assuming it's an issue. Yeah, I started getting the echo as soon as I tuned into the stream, so I just figured out that was the issue. Anyway.
Cool. So
Top
what are
row
they getting?
is
5 minutes were they getting to do the
planning, yes.
planning? Okay, so we got here.
So the top row, 3 woodland Koroks, 5 Cass quests, meaning you need to complete the shrine and then talk to Cass. You do not technically have to do the thing associated with the Cass quest if it's
Yeah, whatever,
okay.
whether it's a shrine quest or not, there's 1 or 2 of them that aren't shrine quests, but you just gotta complete 3 quests given by Cass.
Yes. 5.
Right, 5 of them, right, sorry. I was reading one of the next squares.
Yep, all good. I believe, technically speaking, you could SCW into a shrine, complete it, and then talk to Cass, and that would count, but I'm not sure.
For the shrines, I think you have to activate the... Okay, so we already got the first Schwemp jumped off to get game over from fall damage right off the bat.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah. I believe you have to activate the pedestals for the shrine quests to go. Most of them, I'm not positive on that, though. So you may be able to SCW on some of them, but it depends on which one it is.
Right, that would make sense.
Trying to skim real quickly for what else we can expect fast. I think on the first row we should see Kill a Decayed Guardian get grabbed pretty quickly.
I don't actually know where in the game you can get a fishing harpoon, I'm not going to lie.
I know there's some
that's a new one to me.
If you go all the way down to Lurelin, there's some down there. I don't remember if there's one on the bridge or not. There might be one on the bridge. Ooh, there's 2 squares that say that out there too. Interesting.
Game over from fall damage and ice water have both been claimed by blue team. Which was, those seem to be easy enough. Knight Saddle, any ice-type equipment item, Dueling Peak Koroks, Frost Chalice, and Creamy Heart Soup. A couple of those look pretty easy. It shouldn't be too hard to grab a frost weapon.
Should be pretty easy.
Secret of the Snowy Peaks Shrine Quest. Which one is that?
Secret of Snow... Is that... Nope, that's... Oh, Secret of Snowy Peaks, I think, is the one in Hateno. The woman standing on the dock gets it, gives it to you, and I think you just gotta get over to the... It's a... make sure that it's the one I'm thinking it is, but I think if it's in the one in Hateno that I'm thinking of, you just gotta get over the mountain, drop down to where it is. It's actually a blessing shrine where you get one of the climbing armor set pieces.
Yes, okay.
It's a really simple one. Secret of Sowing Peak. Let me just make sure it's where I'm thinking. It's the one I'm thinking it is.
Chili meal and mount 7 creatures. And there's 2 fishing harpoons on this.
Nope, that's apparently not what it is. I don't know. I was just noticing that. Nope, that's not what Secret of Snowy Peaks is. Hang on while I...
And then 1 cocoa cooking side
quest. Secret of Snowy Peaks is the one with the big shadow where you take the snowball and you hold it up over so it casts a shadow.
Yes, okay. That does make sense.
Yep, and as I said, Kill a Decayed Guardian just got claimed. Yep,
that was a fast one. And both fishing harpoons just got claimed, so I assume there was one on the bridge. Yep, there's one on the bridge. Does appear to be the case. Shrimp just grabbed it. Were there supposed to be 2 of them?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, if this is a random board, it just, I guess, could happen, but I'm kind of surprised, but...
As am I.
And mount 7 different creatures is on here twice, also, so... That's an interesting...
So it is. It's both in the center and on the second row.
Yeah. Kind of peculiar.
That one's going to be a little bit weird. I wonder how they define... Like...
There's a list of... I don't remember what it is. I don't remember if... I'll check to see if it's in the cheat sheet.
So...
but it's... Like it's a horse, giant horse is different.
Yeah,
bear, deer, doe. Then like Sidon is considered one, and I think
Sidon and the burrito,
Tiba.
Yeah.
That's
The Lord of the Mountain and
Lord of the
Star
Mountain.
Horse are also, as
Correct.
I think the white horse is as well.
Okay. Yep. That's one I couldn't remember if the royal horse counted separately or not.
It has a different entry in the compendium, so I would
Okay.
assume so.
That could definitely be the designation for that. So.
Dubious food should also be fairly easy.
Yeah.
You just need to kill something.
Yeah. Dubious food is actually just sort of a bug of some sort cooked with. Yeah, I guess you need to cook it with monster parts.
You can cook it with bugs or monster parts, but I think a bug is more likely to give you an elixir, isn't it?
Oh, bug plus monster part will give you an elixir. Bug plus something food-wise will give you dubious.
Right.
I made that mistake the other day.
And I think monster part and food gives you dubious food, I'm pretty sure, as well. Well, depending on the thing.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely might be. You just gotta make sure you don't try to cook it with ore or something, because that gives you rock hard.
Same with wood. Wood is rock hard food. 5 bird pictures in compendium. I think you could buy those as well.
Well,
we may see someone go for Talus.
I think to buy them you have to. I think to buy them you have to complete one of the quests.
You do. Yes, you need the sunshroom one.
Is that which one it is? Okay, so you need sunshroom. So it's debate whether or not it's easier to buy them with money. That's an interesting point, though. Sunshroom sensing is definitely easier to complete than sometimes finding bird pictures. Though 5 bird pictures isn't too bad. There was a 15 on one of the ones I saw the other day, and that was the last square. It took forever to find them. It's just trying to figure out where they are and the different what types have you gotten and things like that.
Yep, I feel like it would just be easier to buy them at that point.
Okay, looking around, seeing what
Soldier's Helm, 1 star. I don't know what you need to upgrade the Soldier's Helm. But I believe that's one of the ones you get in Hyrule Castle, right?
I think Soldier's Helm. Let's see here, armor.
Yep, dubious food, also a quick one. Shrimp just got that.
That makes sense. Soldier's Helm can be bought in Hateno Village for 180 rupees. And 5 choo-choo jelly. The cheat sheet says 5 choo-choo jelly, 3 bokoblin guts for the first level. So
that shouldn't be too hard.
Until you start looking for choo-choos.
There's some guaranteed spawns.
They're all over the place when you don't want them.
Right.
So.
Lake Shrines, Guardian. I wonder, do Decayed Guardian Stalkers count for the Guardian Stalker? Well, the Decayed Guardian one has already been grabbed, but...
Right now, Guardian Stalkers are the walking ones.
Yes, but if a Decayed Guardian Stalker, because there's...
I think it has to be one of the I'm pretty sure it can't be decayed at all. It has to be just a normal walking around, driving you nuts Guardian Stalker.
Understood. Does make sense. Those would be 2 different.
So it looks like Vlad is on his way towards Dueling Peaks Tower, whether he stops or whether he just works his way all the way into Kakariko, because we do have 1 Cocoa Cooking and Flown to Cooper both active on here. I didn't notice when I just saw the space, so one of the spaces on here is sleep in 5 different beds, and the old man's hut is one of the available beds. I didn't notice if anyone did that or not, though.
I did not see either. Although, that's not really one that people tend to, think of, because...
No, it's...
I don't know about you, but I never slept in bed during my casual playthrough, except for 1 time at a stable.
I didn't even know it was a bed you could sleep in until well after I played through the game twice. And had started doing bingos.
Yep,
It's almost
I have played and watched, collectively thousands of hours of Breath of the Wild, and
Absolutely.
very rarely seen someone sleep in a bed.
Actually, I think I saw Jason doing a sleep in the beds run type thing. He was just sort of riding around sleeping in all the beds, or someone was doing a bed and breakfast run, is what they called it. I don't remember if it was Jason or not.
Funny. That is funny. I'm not gonna lie.
And when I asked about it, he was like, "Yeah, there's all these." I'm like, "Oh, there's one. You can actually sleep in the one in the old man's hut." It's like I've discovered there are several of them that I never knew existed. The only one I knew that was free to sleep in that I knew of was in Link's house.
Yep. I wonder if it would be a long and complicated one, but I wonder if spending the night with Paya counts.
Yeah, I don't think so, because it's not really a choose the time of day sleeping one. I don't think that's... there's like 32 options, but I don't think that was on the list.
Cocoa Cooking side quest has just been marked off by Shadow. Blue is taking a quick control over this.
Blue is definitely getting a quick lead on a lot of these. That definitely gives them control. I mean, right now they're in a leading place of row 3, and in reality, any chili meal, they just need to get something to make that and lock that down right off the bat. And take the obviously the Mount 7 creatures is probably not going to come into play, but you definitely don't want that to come out to be that's our last square of the game type thing.
Yep. Vlad just grabbed the ice type equipment, which, you know, we assume that would be an easy one as well.
He's now talking.
Does look like purple is going for the top ones, while blue is kind of focused on the bottom half. However, that does mean blue has 3 rows right now, so...
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna see where people are. We got a couple people talking to Impa, and a couple people traveling across the grass.
Maybe looking for choo-choos.
It has been
Maybe.
quite a long time, Link.
Guardian right above Ariel.
But you remember me, don't you?
There are plenty of guardians near Castle, so I assume
I'm assuming she's out in that area somewhere.
Going for Guardian Stalker.
Well, that's probably what's following her, but she might not have any weapons to fight it at this point.
Oh.
Are there any dog treasures on here?
I mean, with enough experience, you can just deflect when, even with a...
Yes, that's a good theory. I wish I could do it. I even spent like an hour one day walking around Hylian Shield just doing it, just try to get the timing down, and got okay at it. And then the next time I tried, my timing was totally gone. So I don't know.
Were you doing it in Master Mode or Normal Mode?
Nope,
because in
Normal
Master
Mode.
They mix up the timing.
Oh, do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the middle of my Master Mode playthrough right now. So.
Oof. Yeah. Don't.
I didn't even realize that. That's funny. I've been avoiding fights in general.
Timing of Guardian lasers and also Ganon and Windblight lasers.
Nice.
In Master Mode.
I mean, it totally makes sense. It is Master Mode. I can buy that, but I was bad enough already at some of that stuff. Okay.
I don't really see any goals that anyone is going for in particular right now, except maybe that Guardian Stalker.
Shadow is working on... I'm guessing he's working on Flown the Coop, because he's... Because he's talking to that guy, talking to Kato right there, so there we go. He just activated Flown the Coop, and Vlad is actually about to activate Flown the Coop also.
Aha.
So we now have a race for Flown the Coop. And Shadow has a slight lead right now.
Since he started first.
Yeah. But some of that comes down to how well you know where the cuckoos are and how efficiently you can grab them and work their way back with them.
And how awful they're being to actually escort.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes they just don't want to be grabbed, which is very annoying. believe the ingredients for creamy heart soup are just milk and a hearty radish, right?
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one before. You can tell Google just knows what I search for, or the certain words come together. So I typed creamy H and I got a autocomplete for creamy heart soup, Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
I guess they just know what I tend to search for. Creamy heart soup is made by cooking a. This one says a hydromelon, a volt fruit, and fresh milk, and either a hearty radish or big hearty. But I wonder if those are. Let me see if there's some. Actually, let me look at the cheat sheet.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if those other things happen to be requirements, or if they're just you need to have some other stuff other than the radish in the.
Right.
Nope. Nope. The cheat sheet actually says hydromelon, volt fruit, fresh milk, hearty radish. So.
Right. That's from the. They talked about that in the. Have you seen the Breath of the Wild cooking Unraveled?
No, I have not.
You should.
I will
Are you
definitely.
familiar with Unraveled?
I am not actually. We'll have to.
Unraveled is a series by Polygon with the
Okay.
amazing Brian David Gilbert, where he just does video game things. I just don't have a better way to describe it. It's kind of black. They cooked every recipe in Breath of the Wild in one day.
Is the name of the video called "We Made All 78 Breath of the Wild Recipes in One Day"?
Correct.
Okay,
That is
well
the one.
it's now a tab sitting on my desktop.
Yep. It's really funny.
Cool.
They talk about how that one is less than the sum of its parts. If you had those four things and you had to, get food, you would not combine them. You would just eat them individually.
Yeah.
A dragon fruit, a melon, milk, and a hearty and a radish.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't put those in a soup.
No. I think it's funny whenever doing bingos, a couple times I've used either durians or radishes in other recipes purely because I've needed the type of component it is, and it feels so weird cooking those with anything. It's like,
Yep.
no, they get cooked by themselves.
Yep. Or in batches of multiple.
Well, right. So, Vlad did claim flown the coop before. While we were chatting about that, Vlad did beat Shadow to flown the coop.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that gives that which is good for Purple.
And
They needed a team here.
And Strumpf got Guardian Stalker.
Yep.
Strumpf got
Definitely
Guardian.
helps that they got definitely helps that they got flown the coop then, because that would have completed that row for them. So that did just block them out of the easy row from them.
Yep. They would need either lake shrines or bird pictures to do it.
Yeah.
But that means Purple also needs the same.
And it looks like Shadow is he's at the lake, so he's probably about to start grabbing some lake shrines, I would guess. If he's going where it looks like he's going.
Would make sense.
Now, Swemps is in Kakariko. Oh, he's in Kakariko. Not sure.
Do you think you need to do that to get the camera?
Maybe, or if he backing... They already got cooking side. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's selling stuff. I'm trying to figure out what for. Though, it's possible for the soldier's helm. But the soldier's helm is in Hateno. So...
Well, maybe that's just where he happens to be.
Yeah, exactly. Could be. And he might be doing the camera. If he's going out to Hateno anyways, he might be planning to get make it available to get the camera in the first place.
Right.
Because nope, he got caught by that. Vlad is doing a Naga. Is that what's this? Oh, Vlad and Shadow are both in the same shrine. It's like... It looks like they are both working their way through. The lake shrines, which makes sense because at this point, you kind of want to block off those if you can, if you're purple.
Mm-hmm.
Make it 2-2 on that road to make the last one be the requirement.
Which would be annoying, but it would make sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if it was Vlad the other day trying to do the bird pictures or not. It might have been.
Ari's at Miro Shaz.
Well, just going through and grabbing some fairies, always useful to have. He may also be opening the fountain, though. I don't know if he would do that now, or if he'd only do it if he gets to the point where he needs to do the upgrade.
Did he get
fairies
rupees for it?
He just sold a bunch of stuff, I believe.
So he might be using those rupees for that. I don't know if
Yeah.
he talked to the person who would have given him rupees for it, though. Is that this one or a different one?
No, that's Tabantha.
Fanta, right. I think
And
all
the person
of them...
gives you the rupees whether you open it with them or not.
Right.
He's not having any luck from these fairies. They're not being very friendly to him.
Yeah, he got one. He appears to be just running off, not opening it yet.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where Ariel is. Not sure.
I think Ariel just left Mira Shaz.
Okay. Well, she apparently isn't planning on doing Soldier's Home because she just passed 5 different chews. Oh, maybe she is. Okay.
I don't know why not use bombs, but...
I don't know. I never think to use bombs either. Grab the chew jelly.
She didn't pick up the jellies.
I mean, she probably, if she's not planning on doing it, it kind of makes sense, or if they haven't looked that far ahead. But if all of a sudden she decides she needs it,
Yep, it's gonna be too late.
That's gonna be like, oh shoot.
Yeah, she might die doing that. Looks like Vlad is setting up for a test of strength skip. That's such a cool fucking wind bomb, I'm not gonna lie, every time.
They never worked that well for me.
It's practice.
Yeah, of course.
Not sure what Ariel is going for, but maybe a certain type of fish? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Game overed. Unfortunate.
Yep. It's common in bingo. It's hard to avoid, but they're always unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just left Dueling Peak stable.
Seems like quite a few of them are going through shrines right now, so...
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of... I think Shadow and Vlad, I'm pretty sure, are working on the same
sets of
things. But Not so sure on what the others. I'm trying to still figure out what they might be going for here. Shadow having the typical trouble trying to jump up on the peg to get the wind bomb off of it. Always a challenge, but he succeeded. Persistence works out there.
Good launch too.
Ooh,
Right.
there's a bed. Schwemp is sleeping in in the bed in the hut. By Port
That's
Hateno.
5 apparently.
Apparently so. Okay. So that
Which
gives them
locks out row 4 for them.
locks out row 4. Yep, locks them in there. They have
So
1 point on the board.
wouldn't have mattered if Ari got the Choochills anyway.
Correct.
The Mount 7 different creatures is still on the table though, so
Yeah, technically, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they haven't gotten any chili meal or something. I guess they haven't gotten anywhere with, the cold food to cook for it.
Vlad just marked off Lake Shrines, which makes
Okay.
sense. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, and I thought he
Although-
was a little bit. I thought Shadow was working on it too, and I thought Vlad was a hair ahead of him.
Yep.
For that reason, and Shadow just noticed. It looks like he's figuring out where he's going to next.
And that means that row 5 is going to come down to birds.
Birds, just what
Wonder if
everyone
they're-
wants.
Yep. Wonder if they're going to go for the buying strategy, but either way, that means they need to talk to Impa, get the camera, and either go find birds or get rupees
Okay,
to
rupees
buy
do it.
bird pictures.
5 might actually. I think 5. If you kind of know what you're doing or know where to find them, if you're stealthy about it, 5 isn't bad. I don't think, because obviously there was a goal for 15, so there's a lot of them out there. So 5 isn't too bad. If it was more, that buying strategy definitely definitely something I'm going to think about in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see here. Watching for hints as to where people are going. Everyone's just out hanging out in the wilderness right now.
Seems
So
like
Shadow looks very low on food, so that's going to be interesting. He just clicked through and definitely is low on food. Okay, so Vlad is picking up some Koroks. 3 dueling. Was that 2? I think he just got 2 of the 3. So he should be able to pick up
Looks like it.
Ooh, and Shadow just got electrocuted by something. I didn't see what, but it's a yellow game over.
Yep.
And Schwemp just grabbed some chill shrooms. So that's going to
That's going to be chili food.
be chili food.
Which was going to get row 3 for them.
And there's row 2 for 3 dueling peak Koroks. 3 dueling peaks Koroks just got claimed by Vlad. Now, Creamy Heart Soup. There's a lot of traveling involved in that.
I think you can get 2 or 3 of the ingredients in Gerudo.
Right. And the hardy radishes are around, but fresh milk, I don't know if you can get that in Gerudo.
I don't think so.
And the other thing is you want to try to get it without, and if you can, it'd probably be in Gerudo Town, and that's not where you want to try to get it.
Right.
So I think the fresh milk, I think you have to be in Hateno for.
Yep. Chili meal just got marked off by Schwemp.
Yeah.
That gives them row 3.
As expected. Once I saw those chill mushrooms.
Yep.
Shadow was just back in a shrine, but I'm not sure. Oh, Ridgeland. No, he's not in Ridgeland now.
Hmm.
Okay. So the way it looks right now, you know, row 1 and 2 definitely look like they are. Purple is in good shape for them. I mean, one of them could go contested, but doesn't seem as likely.
Right.
Row 5 looks like it might be the deciding. Excuse me, the deciding row.
Yeah. It's gonna come down to birds.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think anyone's been to Hiteno to get the camera yet. Oh wait, speaking of Hiteno, I see Vlad in front of the furnace.
Yep, that's where Vlad's at.
Doing some weapon smuggling to be able to carry the torch and run and win bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That should give them that'll make this very interesting if they start making the other team contest up on the upper 2 rows where they don't really have anything. They have one of the squares and they need, 3 in a given row there, so that's...
Yeah!
Definitely a possibility. Where is... I think Ariel is just outside Plateau on a horse, so she... I'm trying to think of where she might be. She might be heading towards Ridgeland. Or... That's not needed. Or possibly, if she knows how, if she has the arrows, I don't know what she has. Knight's Saddle, I think, is the archery course. You ride the horse, shoot the balloons on the archery course there. But I think Knight's Saddle is the harder of the two.
I believe so as well.
The one I never got. Knight's Saddle. And that webpage was not useful. I want to know which solution is which. Yeah, that's the 23 target in the mounted archery stable, our camp. So that's the harder of the that's the harder of the two. Vlad is finishing up getting the camera now. And now we have Schwemp. Did he just... Oh, he just stayed by a campfire? Or what? Maybe it was raining. Because he was at the Blue Furnace, so it must have been raining.
Right.
Or something.
Yep.
Because he just slept at a campfire, but it's tucked in there, so it might have been raining, which means he needed to switch the day in order to do that. So...
Yep.
So hopefully... So... means they're right behind them on this, so we'll see what Vlad is working on.
Looks like he's heading towards the forest, so maybe birds.
Yeah, well that's what he probably needs. If he just got the camera, that's what he needs to be working on, because he needs to prevent them from getting that, because for them, that's a win.
Yep.
And that's a bird.
That's a bird.
I don't know if that's the first or not, but it's definitely a bird. There's 2.
Like Swamp is just behind him on that.
Yeah.
Still activating attack lab.
But depending on if you know where they are, that's, the bit behind he is might be just enough that with 5 that Vlad might be able to finish it up just in time.
Which will get the rope for them, which, might be able to seal out might be the deciding factor.
Vlad is warping back to plateau, it looks like. Then you see Ariel ride through a whole flock of birds as she rides across the fields here. It's like if only.
Yep.
We have Shadow on a horse, also very possibly trying to go. I mean, only reason I can think of it if he's trying to possibly do that night saddle. So I would have thought that they might have. Would have thought that they would have tried to do something on row 1, but maybe they figure the other team is already working on something on row 1 and it would be harder. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Row 1...
Did Wimp actually get the camera?
I think so.
Okay, because he just warped away, so I hope he did, because that's confusing if he didn't, but...
Don't you need... Do you need rupees? Or something else to unlock the camera?
You just need to talk to Impa twice.
Right, okay.
And he did just go back to Kakariko, so... Possibly he made that typical blunder. Not the first person by any means.
Yep, going back to Impa. Didn't talk to her twice.
Didn't talk to her. Didn't even talk to her once.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Been there.
Yeah.
Okay, Vlad is stalking another bird, it looks like.
And
It's so hard to get
Shadow's
because you have to...
registering a horse. It looks like Ariel is going for a cast quest.
Yep, she's at the 2 rings, so...
Yep. Doesn't look like she knows which which 2 the rings are, though.
That's definitely tough sometimes. I think they're closer to the back edge, the ones I go to. I don't know if there's only 2 or if there's a couple different ones. I think there's a couple different ones.
I feel like there's a couple different ones. Either way, she got it done.
She got it done, absolutely.
It looks like Vlad just got another bird.
Yep. So that's at least 3. Did he get that one? He got that one? Or maybe that was the same one. It wasn't yellow, so it might have been the same one. Oh no, it said registered in compendium. Never mind, it gave that square.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have shown that otherwise.
Storm is so much into Impa text.
And this one, okay, Ariel's doing the shrine, but I believe it's also a Ridgeland shrine, so that makes sense.
That seems likely.
So.
Which, well, it's not like, it's the same row, so...
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
It's easier to just go for Ridgeland.
It's probably she's probably just doing Ridgeland shrines and not the cast quest then, right, absolutely. Unless something weird happened and all of a sudden they got sniped off of it. So.
I don't think she talked to Cass either way, so... Vlad is back on plateau.
Yeah, he was taking some pictures there. Yeah, I think he was taking pictures there. Apparently he's just now hitting up the Boko camp where I usually start my bingos there first. Grabbing all these peppers and stuff.
Yep.
And Schwemp is back in Hiteno, going back to the furnace. So he now talked to Impa and can now proceed to light the furnace and get the camera. Oh, and 5 birds in compendium is complete.
5 birds in compendium.
So
it came down to birds.
Came down to the birds, and row 5 has gone to purple, making this interesting. This is a match. Blue got a really quick start, but purple is now ahead on the last 2 rows, and blue needs one of them.
Yep, that Frost Talus could be huge. If somebody manages to get a Frost Talus.
Yeah, then that's almost easier. That's almost something that if Blue wants to make life very difficult for Vlad and Ariel, that would do it, because I mean that's a one location you just got to get out to somewhere where it is goal. And now that's not the easiest thing, but as we were talking about, Knight Saddle is 23 in the mounted archery game, and Creamy
Yeah, it
Heart
looks
Soup
like-
is
At least 3 locations.
exactly. It's going to be a couple locations to get that stuff, and
Looks like Schwemp is still getting the camera. I don't know if he saw that it got marked off.
might not have, because there's no other goal of value that would need it at this point. Yep, he's now, unless he just figured, well, I'll finish lighting it. Yeah, he was halfway there.
It's more dialogue that you don't really need to do, though. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, he's not getting the camera. I'm sorry, he's warping away, but he did light the furnace though. So.
And it looks like Vlad is going to Gerudo.
Which
So
makes
that
sense,
might-
because it would make sense to try to get that Creamy Heart Soup is definitely the low hanging fruit there,
Yeah,
which is kind of what he's going to get.
assume so at least, unless he's going through there for arrows, which is possible. There's a really good arrow shot, 2 of them in Gerudo.
Yep. And Vlad also has, if he didn't pick it up already, he actually has Hiteno, because he got the camera, which means that if he's out there, he can get most of the stuff fairly easy for that soup.
Right. Assuming he got the warp point.
Well, he has
Wait, you can
he got
warp
the
to the
camera.
tech lab, right?
Yeah,
right.
he has no matter what, he has the tech lab, absolutely. Okay, and
Oh, yeah.
Shadow is at the mounted archery camp. Let's see watch Shadow do this.
And it looks like Schwemp is also heading for Gerudo. He's on the edge of wastes, I think.
Yeah, no, he
This
just went
one.
from Cryosis out, which is how I tend to head there also.
Yeah,
I
that's
can win.
how...
I can win bomb, but I can't BTB, so that's how I do it.
Yep. It's the convenient way. I tend to just,
Okay, let's see what Shadow gets here.
Surprised no one's going for the Cross Talus. Although I think Ariel is still doing Red Twin Shines, which might actually be her third.
That's important, because if I mean right now the path to victory is Ariel gets these Ridgeland Swines completed, and Vlad gets Creamy Heart Soup.
Creamy Heart Soup or Cross Talus, yeah.
Yeah. And now Wemp is racing him for that soup, so that's, mistakes or anything like that could slow it down could cause a problem there.
Right. If Ariel doesn't get this, or if Ariel gets this Ridgeland Shrines done fast enough, then she might be able to snipe a Frost Talus as well. Just
Possibly,
get that third one done. I think Shadow just got the...
I saw Vlad's freeze a little bit, but his link was in that stationary thing. Like, what? Oh, wait, no, that's just the fact that the cutscene came in.
Yep.
So he's at Karakar Bazaar.
Which I think you can get Volt Fruits and Melons here.
I think you can get both here. I know the Volt Fruit is out in the desert, if not, so that's not too bad. I think the melon is available here.
Yeah.
We'll see in a second.
I know that 100% uses this for pictures.
Ah, that's right. Okay, looks like he's about to sell something, and it looks like he's sitting right next to some melons.
Yep. And he's got a radish in his inventory already.
Ah, there we go. Don't eat it. Those are so tempting. Yeah, exactly. So tempting, even when you're running a bingo, that the radishes are like 2.5 hearts. It's like that's worth a couple wind bombs, even uncooked.
Yep. Looks like he got a... I think he got a melon. I didn't...
I think so too. Now I think he just has to find the Volt Fruit, and then he can work back to the milk. Yeah.
Yep.
And it looks like he got the Volt Fruit right in front of him.
Yep, one right there.
And if that leads us down to the Ariel in the Ridgeland Shrines, which this may very well be the third for her. He's warping back to, I assume it's a Tenno. I didn't see where he selected, but I'm making
Yeah,
that assumption.
to get milk there, probably. Oh, Ariel just finished that shrine. Let's see if she marks off Ridgeland Shrines. She hasn't yet, so that might just be her second.
Yep, might be your
Looks
second.
like Schwemp is about to get milk, I think.
He doesn't have the ingredients, though, so I'm not sure what shrimp.
No.
He never made it all the way out to
Karakar Bazaar, I don't think
Karakar
so.
Bazaar, yeah.
Looks like Shadow's doing the second round of the mounted archery camp.
Vlad is warping again.
Maybe it didn't have the milk he needed. Nope, there's
or
that Atatano and Shinhar Lab now, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe he was in the, maybe he selected the wrong destination.
Something.
Been there before, also.
Yeah.
Go to Kakariko instead of Tenno or something like that.
I wonder what Stump is cooking.
Hearty milk.
Milk. Oh, I think he just... I think he just tried to cook a milk and a hardy radish.
Yeah. Whereas you need those other two ingredients.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now he has to go get more milk and another hardy radish. And I think that might just cost it.
Well, I think the other thing is if he doesn't have the other two ingredients, it's not going to matter because I mean
Right.
Where Vlad is, he should have this covered in.
Yep.
Within a minute.
Yep. So it comes down to row 1, which I think Ariel has a pretty solid lead on.
I can't see anyone else. I can't see Blue possibly. You know, they'd have to somehow miraculously get 3 Ridgeland Shrines before Ariel gets 1, because we've seen her do 2.
Yep. And somehow also get 5 cast quests for...
Right, and beat both of them to the 5. Yeah, they would then also have to get the cast quest. Okay, there's Creamy Heart Soup.
Just got knocked
so
off by Vlad.
We're now tied up at 2, with a 2-1 lead on the last row.
Yep. Wonder what Vlad is gonna do now. Given that the Knight saddle just got blocked off, Shadow's kind of high and dry here.
Yeah, that was such a tough goal to. I mean, if it somehow came down to that, if Schwemp had gotten Creamy Heart Soup before Vlad, having a head start on Night Saddle might be it if you know it or not. But Night Saddle is such a if you're not a hundo runner,
yep,
or an all mini games runner, I mean that's such a hard goal.
Yeah, it's. I think if you're good enough at mounted archery,
he's still doing it. I guess he hasn't
depends
noticed.
on your arrow count.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no, there we go. Yep.
Yeah, it's arrow count. The bow you have makes a big difference too. You know,
right?
The slow bow, the range and the speed of the bow, and the speed of the horse can make a difference. So
definitely. Well, he's opened the map twice, so I'm not sure what he's doing, but...
Unless it won't let him warp out while he's in it, but
the mini
in which
game,
case, I'll say all you have to do is jump off the horse.
Yep. And so it just comes down to Ariel and this Ridgeland Shrine, and that might be it.
And where is she at? She is...
I wonder what Strump is doing. Canyon?
Okay, he's over by Kamyatuk. I always put the K and the Y on the wrong word for Kamyatuk over near Central Tower.
Yep.
And it's a shrine that I say in almost every bingo for one reason or another, whether I'm playing or commentating.
It's an important shrine. It's
Absolutely.
kind of in a very nice position to just get things around.
Has an edge of duality in it, has a diamond in it, and some
Yep.
other weapons and stuff.
It's like Vlad is just going grabbing more hardy radishes. I'm not sure why, but he sure is.
He might be setting up just in case he has to do cast quests, so he has some food to run around with. Just on the off chance that they get sniped out of that, he might be just trying to make sure he's set up to be able to travel if he was short on food.
It's possible. It's possible.
That's probably what I'd be doing at this point if it came down to it.
Yeah. Since that is the only other goal here.
Yep.
I wonder what the holdup for Ariel is. Does she not know where more shrines are?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought she was heading towards, unless one of the ones she was going to wasn't. I thought she was heading to a stable, but that might have been to Bantha.
Mm-hmm. Well, she did. One Ridgeland shrine. She did the 2 rings cast quest shrine, so you should just be able to go to the Ridgeland stable and get the shrine there. So that might be what she's trying to do. She also appears to be the only one of the group who doesn't travel by wind bombing.
She does not. That is correct. Yeah.
Just on that horse.
I've seen her do a bunch of. She's been involved in a bunch of the co-ops that, the weekly co-ops, and she's one of the few that. There's a couple of them that travel by horse, and she is one of them. So. Let's see here.
I feel like that does put her at a disadvantage, though, even though. Although she is just far enough ahead that it doesn't matter.
Shouldn't matter. Okay, so she's up near. Where's my? Oh, I'm trying to look at the map and figure out where she might be going. I think she's near Shayloya. I think, but that's off in the distance.
Swamp is, I think, going for shrines as well. He just went to Shaltala. Curious as to what Vlad is up to.
Lizard Rod.
Oh yeah, this is the one that Ariel just completed. The previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And just wind bombs.
Okay.
Yep. Much quicker. Looks like Shadowhunter is going for the cast quests.
Yeah, he just 2 rings is both, so
Yep.
it fits both those goals. So that's definitely.
And Vlad is just at GPT. I wonder what Ariel is up to.
I think she's trying to. I think she's trying to find that. This is the shrine where you got to glide. You sort of fall into it from above. I think it's on that rock face there.
Right. Seems confused as to where it is. Is that a ridge?
Yeah, and trying to find the exact location of it, I think, is what she's running into a problem with right now. Though she might have just seen it above there. Is that it right up there?
I'm not sure. Playback is lagging as well.
Yeah. I saw some bombables up there on the side of the face, so thinking that might be it.
It would be amusing seeing a bingo started from a New Game Plus file. Make harder goals and start on a New Game Plus file.
So much of bingo is collecting things, though. So it would be like, yeah, except that those files happen to have everything you want.
Well, I mean, you can have like a standardized New Game Plus file. You can use
of course.
There's the community 100% file already.
Right, exactly.
I have that one on my Switch. So. it would be interesting having like uh, um a lot harder goals. So being able to do things like kill a silver Lionel, which
Yes.
means you
Yeah, you
need
could definitely do
world
more.
XP and the Lionel kill. So definitely make harder goals for it. Not sure what Ariel is up to.
I think she's trying to figure out how to do that without killing herself.
Which she failed.
Yeah. Oh, it stinks. Don't know where that leaves her is the problem.
Should just be nearby.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
She's riding a horse, so that doesn't. So she probably got an autosave somewhere along it. That's one of the things about wind bombing is we tend to. Okay, yeah. With wind bombing, we tend to be a lot more likely to not get an autosave for a big distance.
Right.
She's
Going back for it.
that's not the right shrine. Where? She's not where I thought she was. That's not where she actually is. Oh, she's over here. The thing about this is, if she's there with near, I think she's near Magnora, which actually, if she can get it, is a blessing.
Oh,
But there's also
I can see it right there. You can see a
yeah,
glow of a
okay,
shrine on the distance.
yeah. That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. And then Magnetoma is right off in the distance there. So it's like at this point, which I mean, if she can get to this, she'll be good though, because this is the trick is getting back up to it and getting close enough to be able to bomb it, but not quite. It looks like she's trying to get up above it. Oh.
Man.
Reloading for some reason. Maybe she's going to try to go just approach the cliff from above, because she started above on the load. So maybe she's just going to stick to it above. I just hope she, after this work she's put into this, I hope it doesn't get sniped out from her.
Me too. It would suck, but it's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's part of the game.
Fortunately, she's kind of slow. Slow about it. It sucks, but that's how it is.
She's gliding in there. She should be able to get it from there. Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't get it. Angle must have been just off. There we go. And this is a blessing, so this should be...
Yeah, easy enough. Should just be the end of it.
Resist the urge to hit the A button as you run by the chest.
Yep. You don't need it.
Don't need it, exactly. That is GG's.
And that's GG's. Cyclone Shrines. Hold it all the way back. First half was like Blue had a super commanding lead. Yeah, GG's. GG's, dude.
GG's.
Jeez.
GG's.
Wait for the winning team to come in.
Yep.
Hello, hello.
GG's.
GG's. GG's.
Jeez.
GG's.
Oh, GG, guys, that was a real. That was what was it?
Really close.
That was
That
that
was
was dramatic. That was dramatic.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Bro.
like you guys were definitely ahead in the beginning, and we were very worried.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it was
Because you guys locked us in.
the number of squares
all the way
by
back.
color were so big, and then you guys just were focused those last two rows. Or those you got those last three claimed, and it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so mad when Vlad sniped me out of bird pictures because I didn't
You didn't talk to Impa.
Oh
In reality, Vlad had started the process before you did by like 3 or 4 minutes, so he was probably in the lead anyways.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was pretty
But
far
it-
ahead.
Yeah, when all of a sudden you're warping, like, oh, he didn't talk to Impa, did he? We're like, so, but yeah, no, Vlad was already ahead in that case, so he was already in pretty good shape. But that was a race. That was for certain.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
I'm trying-
Also,
Those lake shrines.
mhm.
So
I
hard.
too.
Just so I could force you guys to like race me bird pictures.
And that was a race. You were both working. You were both working at it at the same time. That
I
was
had
such a race,
two
also,
lake
and so
shrines.
close.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, I was one away.
Yep.
I had just
Yeah.
exited the second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would just like to say that as a casual runner, doing 3 Woodland Koroks and 3 Ridgeland Shrines was like completely batshit and a stupid idea, but I did it.
But you did it.
You
You did it.
You did it, and you
sure
clutched
did.
the win with those Ridgeland shrines.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You sure did.
What were you guys still doing? Were you guys stuck? What were you guys stuck on?
Cass and
I-
Shadow was doing Cass, and I was doing Richland. I was stuck trying to get to Satori. I missed it. My BTB I got sent the wrong way to my BTB instead of Satori. I got sent to Richland.
I also
Oh,
spent
no.
really long trying to do
Yeah,
the
he
Night
was-
Saddle.
He was
Yeah,
you're
catching.
doing
I
Night
should
Saddle?
never-
Oh my god. Wait,
Night
isn't that
Saddle
like
Didn't realize.
is a
Oh
normal
my-
goal.
Mounted
at
archery.
least.
Mounted
Yeah,
archery camp.
And
And you have
it's
to
a
target
23.
24
targets.
Yeah, need 24 points to get the saddle. It's
Yeah.
not an easy goal.
Oh my
I was,
god.
and then
yeah.
you got that row when I was like in the middle of. I had just gotten all of my arrows and I was there and everything, and then you marked
Yeah.
the creamy heart suit off, and I'm like, shoot!
I was
Oh,
trying.
no.
So I just
Schwimp
swapped
went and
creamy
tried
heart
to do-
quests.
Shrimp
I was-
tried to do the soup without the 2 ingredients that make it creamy.
Oh no.
He also
Oh, no.
he also thought that he had to go to Gerudo because he was looking at the wrong soup.
No, you didn't need to go to
You
Gerudo.
No, you
Heart
did,
soup
no, you
requires
did.
Gerudo.
Wait,
You
for
did?
what?
You go to Volt. You have to get Volt fruit.
Volt
Yeah.
fruit and
you need Volt
hydro
fruit.
melon.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
need Volt fruit, hydromelon milk, and a hardy radish.
Oh.
And that was another one where Vlad was a minute in front of you, even when you were wind bombing out towards Gerudo. Vlad was
Man.
when you were about halfway there and warped out. Vlad was in Karkar Bazaar. So
Damn.
Oh my
I
god, that was.
Also rushed that goal really fast. Like I
You-
got the bird pictures and I was like, I need to go now.
and you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, Vlad
It was clutch. We were sitting here going, this could go either way. This is when you got the bird pictures, it's like, well, this just opened the game up a lot because those 2 rows you had 4 squares on those 2 rows and they only had 1. So you had the that 5 bird pictures was clutch.
Like,
Mhm.
and I have to
Right.
say, when Vlad got 5 bird pictures at the same time, I had gotten my my first Ridgeland shrine with the 2 with like the arrow between the 2 things,
Mhm.
and I got it first try.
First try.
And
Too.
I would
Yep.
just like to thank me for wasting all of my time watching Hundo runs for getting that.
I spent 6 arrows on that.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
first try you nailed it. I saw that.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god, I am very impressed with myself. It's like it proved to me that I could actually do this, despite the fact that I did go the wrong way getting the last Ridgeland shrine and had to turn around.
And you had a little bit of trouble coming into it from above, but I mean, fortunately, it's a blessing. So once you got in there, you were good.
Yeah. It took, and for that lag, it took me like what 3 tries, and I had to reload at least
Yeah.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
We,
very.
we were watching it, getting a little concerned that Schwimp was going to catch up to you, but
No,
you got
I got
it,
it.
so.
I got
You
it.
Oh
So-
boy,
Oh
but
my
like,
God, that
can I
was-
really call those bird pictures? Because most of the time, when in like the compendium thing, the bird is not in frame. I don't know if
Hey,
you
you know
guys
what?
noticed
As long
that.
as it
Vlad,
doesn't
was it you
matter.
who did the bird pictures the other night?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was me.
At least this was only 5.
Oh
Yeah,
my
if it was
God.
15, I would have probably just said, you know what, I'm not doing that.
no,
If it was 15, you're like,
If it-
you guys can win.
yeah, it's fine.
pretty
It's
much.
fine. I don't want to do that.
If it was 15, I would have gone for that. I was going for it because that would have secured a win.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
There
got
were 15 bird pictures? There were 15 birds?
There are
There are
17
18
birds.
birds.
There's 18,
so-
18
Wow.
birds.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
15
So-
is all but 3.
really
Wow.
I don't
not
even know how
much.
many I've seen.
Yeah.
It's not much
Wanted-
more than 15. It's a ridiculous goal. It
Yeah.
takes a long time.
wanted
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Mhm. Once you got the bird pictures, the next best thing I hopefully got is I got creamy heart soup and night saddle so we could face off in Frost Palace.
That
Oh,
would have
been-
been terrifying. That would
that would have
terrifying.
been interesting actually.
I
Frost
am
Palace
night-
would have been
Night
interesting.
saddle sucks.
I am
Torturous
amazed.
would have been if you had a face off on Night Saddle and none of you were
Oh,
very good at the
God.
archery course.
Oh,
I can
God.
see
I
all 4 screens try to do the Night Saddle.
I mean,
I am amazed none of you went for Frost Talus earlier. Like,
Well,
out of
yeah, I mean,
everything you could have done.
look.
if there had been
like-
if there had been like a Madogo or something like that, that might have
Yeah.
been, or like, or
There was something
like,
more like closer to
or-
Rito. Definitely, I
been-
would have done Frost Talus.
or
But
there had been like a Towers goal where it would have been reasonable to try and get Hebrew Tower, you know,
yeah,
Right.
like 7 towers or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. That's definitely a trek to get out there. But then then again, Creamy Heart Soup was a trek too when you think you got to be on both sides of the map.
Yeah, I
That's true.
was
That's
just.
definitely true.
I was just
Fortunately,
thinking
Vlad
that-
had camera, so he had already been to Heteno.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Wait,
just
you
thinking
had
that
camera?
someone would.
Yeah,
I-
Vlad had camera
I
and
got
the bird
camera.
pictures, so he was able to pick up the milk.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just
getting the
thinking that
milk was pretty easy because of camera. Yeah,
someone would go for both Secret of the Snowy Peaks and Frost Talus at the same time.
Except Secret
You
of Snowy
know-
Peaks is in southern.
Yeah, Secret of Snowy
It's-
Peaks is in Lanero.
Right, but there's
Yeah.
still Frost Taluses there.
No, Secret of Snowy Peaks. I looked
No.
it up. Is to hold the snowball over the pedestal for the shadow. One.
No,
No.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I looked it up at the beginning.
Gerudo Highlands or
Gerudo
something.
Highlands or waste. Yeah,
I hate that. I hate
And
that
that's
shrine. The
what-
shrine is
that's
so
probably
annoying.
the
I have
worst
to
shrine
wait for like
quest.
3 in the afternoon, and the shadow
It's
never
so
does the job. It's
Yeah, and
fucking
there-
awful.
And there
And you
are
have to
Frost
get like a
Taluses down there.
giant.
There
Like, for
definitely
real.
are Frost Taluses down there.
I would have considered like getting Katakar and doing like an SEW from all the way over there.
but will that give you a shrine quest though? Because you need the shrine quest complete. I don't think that gets
I
you the
mean,
completed quest.
It would, right?
yeah, you have to
I'm
read
not
the
sure.
No, you have
you-
to
what
actually
you-
do it.
You have to
I
read
know
Yeah,
from
it's
Hundo,
true.
if you do it, you reveal the thing and then you read the journal, it completes the quest.
Yeah. Yes, but, like,
okay.
Through
do they
SEW,
they
I
don't
wouldn't
SCW
have.
it. I
Yeah.
think
No, they don't.
I,
No, they
I don't
don't.
know if you. I don't know if you have to. I don't know when it's like. Do you have to actually activate it with the snowball, or would completing the shrine be enough? I'm not sure. That's an interesting question.
I don't think completing the shrine would be enough. I'd have to
Yeah, I don't
check.
either.
but I don't think it would.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be because of shrine quests. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also know that well, does all shrines SCW that particular shrine? Because I don't think they do, because it's not.
No,
it's really
they
hard
don't.
to SCW.
It's far
It's really
away.
hard.
It's-
It's like too
yeah,
far.
like
Yeah, there's nothing.
super
There's
up.
nothing nearby.
It's
There's nothing
super up.
nearby to do it with it. Yeah.
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 Well, like,
Oh, we need
Well,
make
never
sure.
to do it.
you can basically like SCW to any shrine from Katakar. Like the load zone on that thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Well, anyway,
It was a
GG's to
great
everyone. That was
race.
an insane
Yeah.
game.
That was-
that
That
it.
was
That was actually insane.
that was tight. Yeah, that was really good. Thank
That
you guys for the race today.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, great race.
That was really great.
10 out of 10
Alright.
would do again.
And then we're about to raid GD Gert today.
Oh, we're getting
Oh, yeah.
Gert. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're reading Gert.
Yep.
Love Gert.
We're gonna raid there. Have a good night,
Good
everybody.
night as usual. Yeah, good night.
Good night, everybody. It was a pleasure as always.